when you look at the development, this, of course, is the time schedule of if a referendum is, say, set to happen in the country. The ODM has issued an advisory, what they say is an advisory, by perhaps latest June 2020. But there is a source at the BBI which says if all the process is adhered to, then we will have one not less than November 2020. Is this all about a unity pact to end the political stalemates in the country, violence, skirmishes, or do you see it as perhaps what critics term as the gathering of the elite for continuity of their political interest?
Actually, when you look at the situation at the country right now, and at the timing where the issue of the BBI is being discussed, you'll perhaps not be able to separate the issue of politics and the interests in terms of, what we expect the BBI to do for us. Because it is a bit too early also to start popularizing or to start campaigning on the BBI, yet it has, even the president himself has not even gazetted the team that was supposed to deal with it, first of all, before we take it to the people. Because there's a difference between popularizing BBI and politicizing BBI. Because the Constitution is very clear on how a referendum can be carried out, if it is necessary and if it is not. Because if you look at the political arena, you will see that the essence, like the former deputy premier, is campaigning for a referendum. Yet you look at the deputy president and his team; they're also saying there is no need for a referendum. But well, if you look at chapter 16 of the Constitution, and specifically looking at Article 255, it is very clear on circumstances under which a referendum can be carried on in terms of how we can change the Constitution. And if it is necessary that a referendum has to be carried out, then it must be in line with the provisions of Section 255 of the Constitution.
And equally?
Yes. And essentially, it stipulates under circumstances which we may need a referendum or not.